all in the third day of 2 weeks refresher course. Today we have
Good
great
morning.
privilege to have today we have great privilege to have Dr. Nancy Juneja Madam with us, the Karamveer Chakra holder from United Nations, born on 17th of December, born and raised in an educational family running schools and boarding hostels in Delhi since 3 decades. An educationist, highly acclaimed success coach and leadership mentor sought out by numerous education institutes, corporates, and industry pan India. She holds a bachelor degree in business administration from Delhi University, post graduation in international marketing from Delhi School of Economics, and B.Ed from Kurukshetra University. With 15 years of experience in key performance areas like management, administration, manufacturing, education, mentoring entrepreneurs, corporate employees, coaching startups, and providing quality skill education to the individuals, communities. She served the society with twin motive of providing skill development and research in rural and urban areas as setting leadership modules for communities and the individuals. She is also associated with the India Mentor. India Mentor is just a group of mentors which helps the peoples for their professional development. Today, ma'am will discuss on very interesting topics that is new norm, how we can make the excellence in the our education system. And I heartily welcome you, ma'am, at Bharati Vidyapeeth Institute of Computer Applications and Management. And it is great privilege to have you in our program. So I request ma'am to take over the session and enlightening us, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. It's indeed grateful to you, Dr. Vish, and entire management of Bharatiya Vidyapeeth to curate such a wonderful form for all of us, for faculty, for the participants, for everyone out there, sir. You're doing amazing, and kudos to your initiative in education field. If we have torch bearers like you always, education will be a revolution soon. So indeed my pleasure, and I'm deeply humbled for the wonderful introduction that you gave today. And say a very good morning to each of the participants. And I must congratulate you, all of you, for being the part of such amazing FDP program here. As I have seen amazing felicitators in 3 days all over sharing their insights. And it's so wonderful. We never had these kinds of enrichment programs, as a norm. But now learning is a new norm. Always. It's not just a hobby great time and again, but it is, we need to pace up with the new level of education so that we can compete and be there with the next generation students. So moving ahead, I will assure that we provide value, and I request each one, this is the most interactive webinar. I would love if you can put in your chat side by side whatever queries you have. Definitely we are open to QA questions at the end, and we'll definitely move forward with any of the doubts, any of the queries you have, so that we can make the most of it. Moving ahead, I'll say, in today's time, not just today, we are facing this in education since long. We are facing this in education since long, that we need to create the revolution for excellence in academics. And not just this times where e-learning is the new norm, and we need to adapt to the new ways in our education system, in academia, to infuse creativity and enthusiasm. It is a thought that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And this thought is not just now, it is age old thought. And now we are facing it more, because in today's time, it is very important to be ahead of time, to think, with respect to the learners, to the students, to different stakeholders of academia, and to see how I can upgrade my skill to provide cent percent in my profession. And in this scenario, the work from home scenario, what we say is the new norm, it is so important to achieve the excellence, as our responsibilities are all the more high, not just in domestic, but also from psychology of student point of view. So yes, today teachers cannot continue in the same old teaching pedagogy system. They need to revamp our strategy. We all need to revamp ourselves. Today, the teaching philosophy and learning principles, are same, but the way we impart will be changed because there is huge, transformation in the way the students are learning now. And this will affect not just our employability of the students, it will affect the whole way of the learning and development in academia. So we are moving towards the next generation learning, as rightly quoted by Dr. Jain. We are moving towards next generation learning. And for that, we definitely have to explore what matters in the next generation learning. We need to revamp our teaching strategies. We need to revamp accordingly to the learner psyche. Let's just exploring much today, and we'll say that today entire technology is not the different factors. It is the basic and the part and parcel of academics. What is Gen Next? If I may ask you all, what is Gen Next? We all say this taboo word Gen Next, and I feel each one now, irrespective of the generation gaps, we need to be sharp mind, we need to be adaptive ability, because only the people with intelligent and sharp mind today are grabbing the opportunities, be it professional or be it personal, quickly and successfully. The fact that you all are here today, inherent part of this program is that you're willing to, not just improve and upgrade ourselves, but you're willing to learn. We're open to opportunities. And so we need to see how we work is all changing. I would love if you all can introspect today. We all know how we work is all changing. Not just our routines to go in the university, to address in a classroom way of structure to our students. Everything is changing. And in all the sectors, being the mother of two, I see my 3-year and 7-year-old also learning different pattern. And I see the educators transforming the way they're imparting, their teaching. Wherever probably teach upon or I used to deliver in India, across India, in my school, in the universities I'm connected to. And yes, I might have taken the Skype and Zoom sessions when I couldn't travel. But the whole way we work is changing entirely. And so the better we adapt to this new age technology, the better we gear up for it. The better we gear up for it. Today is the time we need to introspect what all can we do. Why we are working is not changing. The fact is, why we are working is not changing. We are working with the same desire. We are working with the same passion. Rather, I guess, double the passion, double the energy now. Because it's not that physical energy, it's the mental energy now that we have to be in telepathy with our learners, with our students, so that whatever we impart, they are getting the same. So how we work is all changing. It's 360-degree change. And yes, change is inevitable. We'll accept it and we'll embrace it. Today we learn much. And not just today, the technology evolution, it is not just in 2020. And it is not just now that we are thinking upon that, yes, I need to revamp myself. I need to upgrade my skills. I need to strategize the way I teach. I need to innovate my own teaching styles. It has been a norm since long. If you can see here, the postal system we used to use, from the typewriters, the telephone, the television, entire thing, from the Netflix now, entire thing is just revamping. The internet is just, revolutionized everything. The technology, the IT, whatever you say, transformation from radio to telegraph to camera to a personal computer to cell phone to more which I might not have mentioned in my slide. We were always changing according to times. And now is the time for a big revolution, a big evolution, I'll say. And somehow I'm happy being an educationist since 2 decades. I'm happy that now, what are we doing? We are not just taking technology as a part and parcel of our daily routine. We are open to change. I see all the educationists in 3 months, upgrading themselves. We all, and we are we not loving this out? Are we not, you know, whatever it is, there are pros and cons attached to it. But somehow I feel we're upgrading ourselves each day. The kind of learning that we've done in these couple of months, we were just doing, once in a blue moon. We are upgrading ourselves. It's a personal achievement as well as the professional achievement. Moving ahead, I'll say, all these technology levels and what we are talking about today, we are, levels, we are playing field, technologies for everyone, and we are focusing upon this. You have heard many of the speakers speaking about research projects and many of the things in the recent 2 days. But who are we journally? What are we doing? So I'll say, not marketers, we are not social media managers or SEO experts that we are really focusing upon being a technology expert. Definitely, we are the torch bearers and the mentors, with due respect to all the faculty and esteemed people sitting here. The experience is the only thing that will make us relevant today. It's our experience, all the experience of, the decades, 3 decades, all the people who are sitting here. It's our humble responsibility to give that with new enthusiasm now to our learners so that they are benefited with it. IT is not just transforming each and every sector, the business, the pharmaceuticals, everyone, but it is big time IT is transforming academia. It is transforming academia, and in a sense, you definitely know it and you're seeing it in the way we are communicating to our ongoing students and the way we are communicating to our felicitators, to all the faculty. Everything has been transformed today from IT. And this is the new norm. We need to be good with our content delivery, but at the same time, we need to think that what delivery mode and style I need to adapt now, how I can infuse technology in my own style, how I can be relevant to the learning agenda, how I can make sure that my students are getting result, how I can revamp my assessments now. Everything is possible by the research and development in technology, and that's why we are here today meeting. So definitely the agenda of today meet would be much. We'll be traveling from the, we'll be covering not just the IT, and we'll be covering more from the faculty point of view, how we can use in the daily life and make this productive. How I would love if you can introspect today. I would love if you can introspect today how IT is transforming, your communication in the university as a faculty everywhere. Not just figure out, not just the alumni association that we are attached with. Over the years, it has been a norm that we're interacting with them. We were already doing through, definitely compiling the data that we have, talking to them. I'm sure each of our, old associates have been, somehow some are the nation builders, some into professions and high levels, and we are connected. In fact, this university is so prestigious. They're connected to their association through technology. Not just that, the new admissions, the communication there that we are doing. We're doing through that. The ongoing students, the sessions that we are taking. It will be a norm now. And not just this, the recruiters, the overall, the placement, the campus placement, the whole program of, campus to corporates and all that, which we used to invite the universities, the placement agencies in our college. Everything now, everything has been revolutionized. And can you get that sooner? I feel robots are all there to replace us unless we increase our creativity. On a lighter note, I feel that we need our excellence today. That doesn't increase the pressure, but that increase the personal achievement as well as We need to bridge the gap between academics and industry now. So yes, IT is transforming academia, not just in the placements, in the interviews, in virtual visits, in handling the data, in setting your assessments, everything out there, everything out there. Even I, many of you, I would love if you can write in the chats also. Many of you must be feeling that, your interface with technology is increasing day by day, be it handling your session lesson plans, delivering it, data handling, and blending learning, whatever it is. Definitely we are moving ahead with this. Your payment gateways, online engagements, everything is being revamped. So yes, we need to see all facets where all we are, IT is transforming, and we need to see as an educator where I fit in it. If I'm aware of it, well and good. And if not, let me just get a hand-on experience on it. Because nowadays, everyone is there to help each other out. Everyone is there to, and especially educators, I see they're all there for each other. So now is the time for actually collaborate. Now is the, I'll say rethink, reimagine, reinvent, and reboot our own self. We need to revamp our own strategies. That's the whole way the technology will be impacting us. And it's changed all over, the conclave, seminars, workshops, classroom settings is all being changed now and come to virtual summit, scheduled meet, chat rooms. Technology, somehow has been lately our guiding light and making it user friendly. They're making it user friendly. And this is incredible. And new norm somehow. Yes, there are pros and cons with it, but the schedule meets, the chat rooms, the Zoom classrooms, the WebEx, the whatever we use, whatever we are comfortable using. Definitely, I feel there's increase in efficiency, there's increase in delivery. There are happening, and challenges are always there. Whenever the opportunity just comes along with it, we'll be discussing that in detail. Definitely, I'll love to cover all that. So what you see here is teaching skills in the current times. We talked about technology. We all are the torch bearers. But I'll just want you to ask yourself, what is the main challenge nowadays we are facing, in e-teaching context? I would love if you can put upon in chats too. And as you see, it's been long. I also have been teaching in universities and never have, almost done the digital framework. Never thought of doing. We were traveling from pillar and post. We were just traveling and doing the things. But yes, very good. Yeah, thanks, Dr. R. Satya, for this. We need to adopt to technology. Yes, the challenge is there, the connectivity problems and all will have to be there. And very right, Sukhwinder, we need to focus, very right, Neha, we need to focus on our communication. Wow. I'm flowed away with your responses. Very good, Amrinder Kaur. We need to see upon revamping the devices with the students. Very right, bang on the target. We need to have an eye contact. Very, very, let me just read up this. This is amazing. Yes, we need to have the eye contact. S. Aruna Deepti. That's amazing. Now, when just the half of this body is visible, not just the physical, I feel the whole double the effort has to be there. Unless the trainer, the felicitator, the mentor is full with enthusiasm, is full with spark, is having a eye contact. If I off my video right now, maybe what I'm delivering would be the same, but it would be 30% impact. Why? Because yes, very rightly put together by S. Arunadeepti, eye contact is so important. Communication is so important in today's world. Earlier, gone are the days in classroom setting. We were, interacting with the students. We were seeing the nodding heads of the people. We could control, though we couldn't control the college students, but still we had something in our hands as a teacher. But today, the whole shift from the, the classroom to the classroom, I'll say, we need to have many other things in place. We need to have the communication. We need to have focus upon revamping the devices. Very good, Sarna, to have eye contact, which is very, very important. Yes, Dr. Vivek Vyas, we need to have a two-way communication. You know why we said in the beginning we need to have an interactive webinar? Because no one adapts to a monologue. Have a room for others to speak upon so that we know what they want upon. And until we know upon each other, we'll not be able to, contribute the way we used to contribute in the classroom setting. So we need to maintain the quality. Very good, Mr. Amit Chopra. And definitely there are many things. We need to develop interactive content for teaching and learning. Very rightly put together. Piyush Tiwari, very rightly. I feel everyone, not just being part of this, you're sharing you're sharing the entire things. You're sharing everything out there. Everything out there that you're facing also as an educator since months. So that is wonderful. So what I mean to say is how to develop interactive content for teachers. Piyush, that's wonderful. Let me just, yeah. So Sukhwinder saying, wow, involvement of the student. I'm so happy that, I am reading all this. Dr. Aradhana Saxena says, eye contact. Dr. R. Satya, content delivery, very important. Francis Maria, blend technology with time-tested tradition. Wow, this is amazing and bang on. I feel you've I read my presentation beforehand before I've started, because somehow I've blended the technology, I've blended the teaching pedagogy as well as the psychology of students, so that today could be phenomenal and we gain from each other, sharing with each other. I request you all to keep sharing. Thanks, Mehnaz Akhtar. Students do not participate actively. The whole burden is on teacher. Give more inputs on that. Surely, just be with us. You'll get all the inputs. Yes, remembering and calling by their names. That's wonderful. I feel if everyone can put their names so that I can, make your presence felt, I feel, so that we can read upon and we can connect with each other. Yes, it's very important to call them by the names. The personal touch is very important. We are missing, as a faculty, we are missing the style. We are missing somehow appreciation in the students. We are missing somehow motivating the students. And yes, so how we can do all that? We can do all that by remembering and calling by their names, by making them feel that they belong to the system. And not just this, we'll be covering it later, giving them room to interact. That is very, very important. Difficult to impart practical and lab exposure. Very well, Mr. Burhan Khurshid. Very, very definitely, very well said. There's some of the subjects which is very difficult. Even if we use blended learning, it's very difficult to interact on biotechnology setup. Astha Gaur, wonderfully put together. Body language decoding, as just the face can be seen, and we need to judge at times. Very good. The face is seen, and so we need the body language plays an important role. Expression of students is important in deciding the delivery pattern. Thank you. Wonderful. Thanks, Astha. Thanks, Meenakshi. That's wonderful. Dr. Amrita, lab exposure for the practical. Wonderful. That's great. Thank you so much, Amit Chopra. And that's great. So much more. Yeah. So we'll be doing it all. Jyoti says quiz and seminar, evaluation. Wow, you've already covered it so much. So it will be a really phenomenal journey as I start ahead. Interactive query, says Pushpanjali Seni. Planning 1 week program ahead. I cannot read your name, W7, that says, but that is amazing answer. We need to plan ahead of time now. Now is the time we need to plan ahead of time. And yes, evaluation. Thanks, Ms. Veena Rani. Amazing. Thanks, Sumaya. Depth of knowledge and the way you deliver it. Mind blowing. Mind blowing. The depth of Now is the time, the most challenging time for the educator, I'll say. The whole knowledge what you had in a decade, 2 decades, now is the time we are, summarizing it in a 40 minutes, 45 minutes session, 1 hour session maximum, because that is the whole attention span of the student. And the depth of our knowledge is one thing, but how we deliver that knowledge to the benefit of students and how they are performing afterwards is the main crux. So yes, the responsibility is more on the teacher, not just for teaching, for their own mental balance, because they're doing so much now. The whole way we work is changed. Taking care of personal, your home, taking care of your profession, delivering, outperforming, revamping according to the present norms of technology. Everything is lies. I'll say, welcome to 21st century, which was always there. We were always, focusing upon what is it for the skills of 21st century educators, students. But now is the time we are moving with all of it. Very good. Depth of the knowledge, evaluation and assessments. Dr. Raina Jyoti says conducting quiz, asking them to answer in chat box. Such amazing. Quiz with wonderful, Ajay. Time plays such an important role in today's sessions and technology that we need to be not just proficient, we need to be proficient according to the time. We need to be a watchdog for what time we're investing, even in each slide. Today, when I was preparing for this too, believe me, there was a time limit for each slide I have to cover because I want to provide value. I want to provide justice to the platform which is given to me. So not just students, teachers, how many years you're into this education field, still you need to revamp your own self. I'm just loving the way you're interacting. Thank you so much. Just keep up with the flow. Thanks, Anjali Jain. Students should be encouraged to ask questions. Stress must be relieved with some light and real-time examples. Amazing. That is amazing, Anjali Jain. Dr. Vivek Vyas, mentoring of students and unique and special way of delivering what we can give them in special way. W7. Thank you so much. Recalling the concepts earlier studied and remembering the involvement in current topic. Wow, amazing. Very good. So that says by Valan Arusu, SP. Okay. So I'm so sorry if I've not pronounced it well. So well, I feel randomly asking students to come on camera. Ajay says you'll be covering up all this. I love to go through entire chat, starting the class with recap of previous class. Anjali Jain, Prachi says not proper involvement of student. Wonderful. That is incredible. That is incredible. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, I will say, I've been interacting with the students, I've been interacting with the educators throughout this period, and this is the time, not just we are revamping, but we are facing daily challenges, isn't it? Yes or no? Not just the daily challenges, we are finding our own ways to overcome it. Very rightly put together by Sumya Inanda, starting the lecture with a revision. We need to prepare ourselves as an educator for the session ahead of line. We need to do a recap and recap. Wow, wonderful inputs from all the faculty members, all the participants. We need to mark the online attendance. We need to make sure the students are on video, not just off and on. They are on video. As rightly said, when only half of our body is visible, just the face. So the face, the body, the eye contact, the hand moment, the entire body language decoding plays a so important role to understand the psychology of your student who is sitting in front of you. Me today is interacting with not just participants here, but have interacted with almost 5,000 participants in the all 2-3 months time. Believe me, we never got the chance to interact with them in the physical setups, but now not just the pressure is more, the responsibility is more to motivate them first, so that not just as an educator is giving 100% in my session, the participants of the session are also willing to give 100%. Only then the learner and the educator can be on the same telepathy. We need to bridge. Definitely, we need to bridge the gap between the lectures we have taken earlier and now. Because with all the outside influences, there are many things affecting the students now. So we need to think from the psychology of student point of view. We need to make them come back. We need to do a recap and pre-cap. Not just this, we need to give them the pre-task before our assignment so that they are they are on the same track with us in our session. This is wonderful, and definitely all of this, as Jyoti mentioned, starting with the story, the quote, the quiz, to have that repo building, to have that connect with the class. That is all about the new norm. That is all about the e-learning. That is all about the engaging. That is all about, how we can deliver cent% and ensure cent% participation by our students. The face-to-face make the session engaging. That is very rightly put together by Dr. Richa. Thank you so much. Today, I guess the chat is like a machine gun, and I'm not able to, read as fast as you're typing. But I'm so amazed with these answers. This is not just the main challenge in the e-teaching. We need to focus upon it, and even if we have covered it, even if we are using all of these, I'm sure many of the educators are covering all of these. Sukhwinder says how to tackle the notification and other distraction the student will have during the lecture. We'll be covering all of that. So definitely we need to figure upon all of this. It will be a long-term journey. It will be a everyday journey. We need to revamp every day. But we need to, now is the time that is a responsibility of educator to store within them whatever changes is working for them. And yes, we have to do according to the psyche of the students. So moving ahead, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for all the responses. It has been really, really motivating when the students, when the participants give you response the same way you do. And similarly, like this session, you are also taking sessions everywhere the same way when you are doing. And we feel good when the students are at the receiving end, receiving the same information and gaining that. Thank you so much for all the members who have been with us. Moving ahead, I'll say today in this session we'll be covering much, and let's just see. There are many things that you have already said, which will be covered, and we'll be focusing upon much one by one. Of course, we have individual session planned up, always with how to have complete session on the challenges the educators are facing, the engagement, how the student engagement can be done, the collaboration the different educators can do today, the resources and the techniques in today's world that they should adapt, and the time constraint. With all of this, there is something as time constraint which is always there. So definitely we'll do that. Thanks to Mehnaz who have asked for lecture summary, like in refresher course. Wonderful. We'll do all that. And I'll promise for this session also, I'll give you a summary so that we can, recompile everything. So wonderful. We are on the same telepathy and we are ready to go with the flow of the session. I'm really glad. And we'll be covering each aspect now one by one. Moving ahead, I'll say, gone are the traditional pedagogy system when definitely earlier also we used to plan our sessions. Earlier also we used to do a pre-class, in-class activity. We used to think upon what to cover in our lesson plan. We need to, do all of this. We need to prepare, we need to reflect, we need to make activity-based learning. We were doing everything. We were doing everything before too. And our educator journey is much. Our educator journey is through all the aspects. But before doing all this, before making, we are following everything, and our students are gaining from us. Now is the time we are moving towards blended learning. Now is the time when we are moving towards blended learning. It could be a small group, it could be a collaborative group, it could be we interacting towards masses. It could be all form of personalized online learning to the collaborative learning style. And yes, the way we used to give instruction in the classroom might be changed. No one can be that blackboard learning. And we will be back to the times. But now onwards, I feel this new norm will never be called as a new norm. because it is the integral part. It is the part and parcel of the education system now. I'll say we need to cover upon much now. In today's world, we need to work upon the teacher's skill set. As we covered in the beginning, the technology. We'll be telling how we can, cover it all. And we'll focus upon something. I have tried to, bifurcate it so that everyone, we can bifurcate each point and gain from. See, we all want to expand our teaching impact. Yes, we want to expand our teaching impact. Am I true? You can definitely type in the chat. We want to we want to get equipped ourselves with the street smart technology. We want to really have the wow teaching skills now. We already was there. We are revamping now and then with the R&D, research and development. I'm sure many of us are doing it. The fact we all are present here, we are learning, and we are setting our own performance standard. Now is not the time when we are waiting for our institutions to rate us on certain performance standard like it used to happen earlier. I used to go to many of the institutions for TTPs, FDPs earlier too. But now is the time when self-introspection start for each of the educator, that how I can set the performance standard for myself, how I can increase my learning capability, what all I can adapt to, all I can enroll in, so that I can overcome my daily challenges. So I have tried to bifurcate in the 5E instruction module for you. Just be with me. So we'll be covering it all, and if you want to type on, you can definitely do that. I'll be reading it side by side, and sure, we'll be covering entire thing. We'll try to do as much research and development, but there's a difference between knowledge and applied knowledge. I always say, we as educators, we as mentors, we are the torch bearers. The knowledge we are upgrading ourselves in personal development is one thing, but how we apply that knowledge is completely different. R&D should go on. Whatever we are gaining, we have to research and we have to apply it on the student to see what is not. We need to see what works for me. Maybe what works for an educator won't work with the other. Maybe what works with your students doesn't work with other. Maybe the subject you are taking, you focus upon entire different strategy. From the people who need to show the experiments in the lab and who really need the practical exposure out for the students, they need to revamp accordingly. For some, blended learning works. For some, they have to revamp the way of the blending learning also. So let's just move forward. Let's see what works for us. Engagement, which is very important, as we discussed, and many of you have contributed in the chat. The student engagement and the teacher engagement is so important in today's world. It is so important. We cannot ignore the fact that now, definitely, in the classroom structure, we could definitely make them engage in certain things or the other by telling, by reinforcing. But now is the time that students can willingly off their videos, students can willingly type in the chat or not type in the chat. So as an educator, it is all the more our responsibility to make sure that we have that comfort level and rapport building with our students so that they listen to us in that time frame. It is very important to do a recap, as mentioned, of the session, so that they recompile all that they have studied with us in the previous session and they're ready to go with the flow with our next session. It is very important to poke them in between, tell them to type in the chat. It is very important to make sure that we involve quizzes, activity-based learning. It is very important we explore our own teaching strategies. We ask them how they are participating at home. It is more important to explain, clear explanation. By clarity, I mean communication. Effective communication is so important. It is something like, telling when you are in office and you're telling your child that some important thing is kept in the left drawer, in the right side. We educators have to be so clear now for subject-wise explanation to our students, so that online also they understand whatever we want to explain. And not just this, engagement exploration, explanation, elaboration. We need to elaborate where needed. There are different kind of psychology of the students in the one batch of students too. So we need to see the psyche of the student. Maybe some student need the explanation, others don't. As an educator, it is my humble responsibility to see how I'm engaging with the child, how I'm exploring themselves, how I am explaining them, elaborating on the point, and how I am finally evaluating it. Assessment is so important. Weekly assessment. Gone are the days when the progress report was just 6 months or biannual, annually, or so on. But now is the time when we need to evaluate. If you, as an educator, feel that I have to evaluate my lesson plan with my students, no matter what the standard is from the education system and all, we can do that evaluation in the session itself. We can keep aside 10 minutes for the evaluation and ask them questions so that we know whether they have impacted from our session today or not. What I am teaching today, are they getting or not? And believe me, students love engaging. Now is the time. I have seen a sudden shift even in students. The students who are having casual approach, probably in universities, in schools and education institutions, all of a sudden, somehow they're doing education than ever before. Why? Because they're missing this classroom learning, visiting to their universities, their campus. That was their heart. They are missing it. For all the graduate, postgraduate students who are attached to me, somehow they want that personal touch with their mentor. And now is the time we can make a good rapport building with our students and assure them that they are improving. They get the time for improving wherever they were lacking. Now is the time to bridge the gap between their weakness and the strength. A crux of something I have put in this. If you see this, many of you must be using. If you're using any of this, please type in the chat what you can use to engage and how does it look like, what we can do. Like, I am just going to the entire facet for you. And thank you so much, Dr. Thank you, Sujata. Thank you, everyone who are really do wonderful. Thanks, Francis. Yes. So I would love that each educator present here should introspect and should write upon today what they are using. And if not, let's try upon what it can work for them. So what is the lesson elements that we have just covered it? It is so important today to engage with your student, to explore with the student, to explain them, to elaborate the concept to them, to evaluate with them. As an educator, since 2 decades, it's our humble responsibility to infuse enthusiasm in my lesson plan so that my students are glued to learn from me. So yes, to engage them, we can do brainstorming, we can ask them questions, and I've mentioned the tools you can use to it. Thanks for all the responses you're giving from the chat. Just keep on doing. I love reading it all. So yes, we need to engage, we need to brainstorm, we need to ask questions, we need to explore. We have to do R&D, research and development ourselves. We need to get the best of the videos, articles, discussion material for our students according to the lesson plan. We need to explain them. And yes, we need to synchronize our sessions. We need to do a recap of our previous session and we need to do a telepathy so that the students are with us. We need to elaborate, make the PPT, make the Google Forms, make the connection so the students fill it. We need to evaluate time and again. We need to do a formative assessment and video reflection of how they can use it. Thank you. Thank you so much for from classroom to classroom, we need to make sure we are delivering the value to the students. I would love to read. This has been, I'm just going back to the previous slide so that you all can read it. This is incredible. So the whole point is of classroom to classroom. The e-learning, the motive of e-learning is the excellence of academics ever. We need excellence in academics. We need students. And for that, whatever we can do as an educator, we have to do. So reading the chats, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to, see all of this. Just let me know. sec. Give me a moment. So many people have written so many tools they've already been using. So let me just go through. There's so many. Let me read a few. Wow. So yes, this is amazing. Wonderful. So we are using many online tools parallelly, as Sujata said. That's wonderful and great, incredible. Wow. So Dr. Amrita say, yeah. So Francis, Zoom, Google Meet. Sukhwinder says quizzes. Aruna, Google Meet, Zoom. Wonderful. Nupur says Zoom. Amrinder, quiz. Aruna, Deepti, WebEx. Keep on seeing the slide and see what works for you, what not, and what have you been using. Vinaika says Google Meet. Nupur, Google Meet. Dr. Badar, Google Meet, Dr. Aina, questions, quiz. I'm sure you are using it all and you're using blended learning. Dr. Anil, yeah, Anil says Zoom, Neha says quiz, Maika says Google Classroom, Zoom, Deepti says, Pushpanjali says Zoom, wonderful. Zoom Meet, yes, is also good, that's wonderful. Nupur says YouTube, what works for you? Remember different from what works for the other people. Maybe what I have mentioned here, there are many others, but maybe this worked for me. This is some of the assignment. Neha says assignment, Pushpanjali, Zoom, wonderful. Quizzes, Google Classroom. Dr. KS Arvind says Microsoft Team. Priyanka says YouTube. Wow, everybody is using every bit they can. S. Aruna, Google Classroom, Zoom. Wonderful. Google Classroom. So I'll be telling you a confession after this. Let me just read it. Mena says Google from Google Sheet. Google Meet and Zoom says Jyoti. Dr. R says MCQ. Deepti says Google Classroom. Ajay says Google Meet. WebEx now, Google Classroom. Yeah, very good. Thanks for this, FDP programs that we are able to see how it all is used. And Dr. Amrita, Google Duo Slides, YouTube link, videos, quiz. Veena Rani says Google Classroom. Deepika Komal says YouTube, Zoom. Dr. Aradhana, YouTube, LMS. Very Dr. Richa, PPTs, W7, Zoom, and WebEx. You can all type in the everyone column, everyone column. There's some private messages too. Prachi says Google Classroom. Anil says Moodle. Very good. MS Teams. Wonderful. Yes. So there's a question too. We'll be covering it. Please remember this. Is holistic development possible through e-learning? Yes, holistic development is very much possible through e-learning. We'll be covering it. Please make me remember in the QA. Being the life skills coach since 2 decades, I feel I strongly endorse that no matter how technology is taken care of, but holistic development is a part we need to take care of. Being Indian educators, this is our humble responsibility and it works very well. Believe me, it works very well with the students. Testmos for test purpose, very good. Class marker, Google Meet, wonderful. Hacker Earth, Astha, Ritika, Vasan says Zoom. Dr. R. Sathe, YouTube. Ashraf says Zoom. Wow, can I read it all? It will just go on and on. So let me provide great value to here. There's much to cover and I have seriously worked on this session so that we can get the majority of it. Paulinia says Google Classrooms. Microsoft Office Suite, Sudeep. Dr. Rupali says MS Teams, WhatsApp, HP, okay. Balan says Zoom and YouTube, Moodle, WhatsApp audio, online seminar. Guys, the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm reading it. It's like, not just this, the tools we can use now every day, we are experiencing new tool. And how it is different from online seminar to conducting tests for the lesson plans, for the assessment. We have different portals working for different. Dr. Dipali says Audacity, Open Board and OBS Studio. Zoom and WebEx says Manu Anand. HP says Skype. Sukhvinder says mind maps. Very good. Even I used many of them. Wonderful. Even I used many of them, and definitely we all are learners. We'll be keeping on learning. So I guess many of you have covered much, which you might. I tried to put some in this, and definitely there are so many. There will be so many. The faculty can use and focus on the new techniques. There'll be many coming. Shortly, we can try, but what works for us may be different for what works for others. So it is our responsibility to check ourselves, to be responsible and check ourselves what is working for us. Moving ahead, for all that we are talking about today, we are talking about technology, we are talking about blended learning, we're talking about revamping the entire teaching structure, we are talking about understanding the psychology of students. They are all part and parcel of the same thing now. You know, I used to take session on psychology of students. I used to take separate sessions on the challenges of teaching. I used to take separate sessions on how we can use technology. But today we tried to blend all of them for today's session specifically because it is a 360-degree approach. Everything has to be together. Am I true? It's entirely 360-degree approach. The more we adapt to it, the sooner we adapt to it, the better it is. We need to focus, and the crux of all this technology, why we are doing all this, it is for interaction and engagement. Whatever platform you use, whatever tools you use, whatever quizzes and story, the code, whatever we use, what we are doing for interacting, we're doing for engaging our kids. Is it true? We are focusing upon the cognitive and emotional engagement of the students per se. So these are some of the engagement strategies that definitely many of you are using. If you're using it, you can again type in the chat. And if there's something else, you can tell us too. We need to give the clear, authentic task today to our students. We need to be clear upon what we use, the words we use. We need to have a meaningful content delivery. We need to have that meaningful content in face of slides also, the kind of PPT we are using, and the way we speak also. So everything has to be synchronized. We need to establish the protocol. So we need to work upon all this before the class. We need to add that personalization as well as that differentiation. You know what I mean and where I'm coming from? We all know what kind of heterogeneous group of the students we have. So we need to know the personalization and differentiation as an educator we need to do. We need to have that dynamics and the wow effect, which is very important, We need to visualize before we do it here. You know, I might sound and I might share much information today, but believe me, the whole idea of arranging all this, educators and FDP, I'll say whatever effort, kudos to the team of Bharatiya Vidyapeeth Management who has done it. It is that we are impacted by these sessions and we use it. We create a dent in the society. We create revolution for our students, and our students also sees the kind of effort the educators are putting to plan in front of them. You know, education is the most poised responsibility ever we can get. Belonging, I might belonging to the family who run schools and boarding hostel in Delhi. You know, it's been 30 years. In my sense, I've seen education all around. So I have deep respect of educators. I have deep respect for the students who are willing to learn from us, and the management who is giving us chance to educate our students. So all these three stakeholders of education today, management, educators, the mentors, and the students, are binded by technology. It is so important to engage. It is so important to engage today with all of this so that we are good enough. Visualization, we need to visualize beforehand that yes, how would be. Is there this number of students? How much time to each student to speak? How much time I am inculcating in my chat so that I don't deviate from my main topic? What is the time I'm allocating for the assessment plan? What is the time is for pre-cap, and what is the time for the briefing them about the next session? So everything has to be visual for. It matters a lot. I have experienced it, and then I'm saying you definitely, if you want to go deep into entire strategies of each one, yeah, the management and contact me. We have the WhatsApp group, but definitely we work upon this. There's something known as gamification and games. This word gamification, type on Google, you will get so many games according to your subject. I mean, activity based learning, as we say. In the new norm, we say this as a gamification. We already, as the teachers, use activity based learning. We try to and creativity for our students, but this is known as gamification. It is entire, this entire session can be arranged entirely on gamification, and we can do not just for our physics, maths, each of the subject. We can derive the games now specifically when it is online, so that the student catch our attention. This is the most favorite part. I'll be just briefing it. Definitely we can go deep within with the permission of the management next time. So all of this I would love to read also in the chat. What are your engagement strategies? You've already mentioned. If there's something new that you've come up with, you can definitely mention that. For interaction and engaging, what are you doing? The real interaction. Somehow we are missing that casual interaction between the teacher and the student. It's not just about, I'm prepared with my lesson plan on my Zoom session or whatever session you're using and just deliver it. We need to interact. We need to have that rapport building. We need to have that wavelength, so that afterwards I start my lesson plan. The first 10 minutes just go in maintaining that rapport building and wavelength. And then we start our lesson plans so that we can with each other. Am I true? Does it make sense? If yes, please type yes over there. And the last thing which I say, it is important that we have a student friendly feedback. It's very important we have a student friendly feedback, so that they are also pally with us. As it is new for us, for the students also. We need to understand. We need to understand their psychology, make them comfortable. Is that work for you? Are you understanding? Point wise, and while we are giving them the clear task for their home also, for their weekly plans, we need to be right there. See the connectivity out there. Thank you so much, everyone. Polinya, Anil, Manu, Larry, Amrinder, Dr. R. Satya, Dr. Richa, Dr. Amrita, Seema, Aruna, Neha. When we are on the same track, when we are understanding that where we are going, what I mean to infer, we are gearing towards much now. And moving ahead, you will see slide by slide the kind of the value we'll be providing. Thanks, Dr. Deepthi, Dr. Seema, Neha, Dr. K.S. Anand, everyone out there. Let me just keep a watchdog on my time also, so that I know if I'm going with the flow. Yes. And there's much we want to cover upon. And yes, moving ahead. We say all these engagement strategies, please focus upon all of this. Clear, authentic task, whatever we design quiz, we design games, we design interaction, we need to be clear. Meaningful content, establishing the protocol, personalization and differentiation, dynamics and wow effect, visualization. Please do give me feedback how this works for you. You can definitely give me the feedback through the WhatsApp group the university have. Gamification and games, interaction and the student-friendly feedback. Make the most of it. You know what I have faced engagement in the online classrooms, apart from whatever the educator is trying, all this, whatever we're trying, somehow it is challenging. It is challenging, no matter what we are doing. I read the challenges that people told, that students are not participating at times, or sometimes students are deviated by the notifications or by the other students. They are deviated by the chat. Me being the educator, I know when to see it, when to see the chat, when to see the screen. But the students are also getting well versed with this whole thing. So definitely the three basic keys of the engagement in online classrooms. This can be challenging or this could be a humorous situation. We need to handle upon it, according to the, we need to have the prior knowledge activation. It is very important to have a prior knowledge activation so that we know that they know that what is coming ahead. We also know what are we talking, and they students also know what is in store for them ahead. We need to ask them provoking questions. It is so important that we ask them provoking questions. It is very, very important that we ask. Let me follow this strategy right away, right here. I ask you all, do you want to increase your teaching impact? If yes, type teaching impact in the chat. Do you want to increase your impact? If yes, type teaching impact. Do you want to analyze your student performance also side by side? Do you analyze your student performance also with the online classroom? If yes, type student performance also there. Do you want to the technology for next level learning? If yes, type technology for the next level learning. So I asked you three. Do you want to increase your teaching impact? Do you want to, access your student performance? And do you want to adapt technology for the next generation learning? That is what we've covered till now. And now I am live. I am, asking these provoking questions so that I know what are we gaining here. This is my way of reinforcing whatever I'm contributing here. Is that adding value? We can do according to our lesson plans. So for all that, we need to upgrade our own skill set. So let's just see. I'll say we all are preparing ahead, we are gearing ahead, and we want this to be effective. So let me just see this chat. We want the whole agenda of doing all this is to be impactful. Wonderful. Thank you so much. So what happened right now? We have told how to engage. We have told how to, make it engaging. And then I'm practicing it right now. If you see the body language decoding that we it right now. If you see the provoking questions, I'm practicing it right now. There'll be many things I might not practice it. I would probably see the recording and then see what I need to inculcate again for my next session. The knowledge goes on. The revamping is for everyone. No one ever can put tap on your learning. We need to understand how many years we have invested in our profession and our education. The fact that we are into education is the fact that we want to improve every moment. Yes? Are you with me? If yes, prove in the chat. The fact that we are chosen this poised profession, that we want to improve. We want to be lifelong learners. Am I true? Do we want to be the lifelong learners? The fact that you all have come here, you all are attending, is the fact that we are lifelong learner. Wow, I love the way the chat is, I cannot read in this speed. So sometimes even the felicitator have to match the speed of the chat. This will happen. This is a normal challenge that sometimes we are not cope up to the chat for our students also. Sometimes there's low response, no participation. Sometimes there's immense response. Are you with me? So we have to improve every moment. We need to tackle every situation. Thank you so much for this, live session that we can, see how the challenges we are facing and how we are using technology, how we are using our skill, aptitude, everything and learning. I call this as LAS strategy. LAS strategy. I didn't mention this in the slide because of I want to give so much that the time paucity was there. So this LAS strategy, just because seeing the wonderful response from the participants, believe me, the LAS strategy as an educator, the learning, L stands for learning. There's no slide, so stands for attitude. Yeah, I'm telling you, Dr. Vivek, what is the LAS strategy? The learner, we need to focus upon the learner and mold our lesson plan accordingly. A is for attitude and ability. Attitude, we need to attitude, and we need to differentiate how our attitude has to be changed according to the psychology of students. And S, the skills, we need to upgrade our skills. It all depends upon me, the teacher, the educator. The LAS strategy, learner point of view, learner, L for learner, A for attitude, S for skills. It is so important. The learn attitude, the attitude of educator, the skills of educator. It is very, very important to do that. It has been a win-win situation for me for since years when I concentrated on this LAS strategy. And definitely, again, when I see my webinars I've taken throughout this period, exclusive webinar on LAS. And you know what? I've taken that in recently in a very remote area, Haryana, in Jeend University. And believe me, I was feeling so overwhelmed with the response I got there. No matter you from a remote area, but this is an era of remote teaching. Thank you, Dr. Richa. So no matter the educator is from wherever, the participants here are from, yeah, Dr. Deepak, remote area. Being from Delhi, it just went with the flow. Yes, Haryana is not a remote area, but yes, while I was taking sessions, I was earlier also taking sessions in Panipat, Roorkee, everywhere, Delhi, NCR, but I was traveling. It used to be remote area for me that time. Now I just have to come 5 minutes from my study to my laptop, and I'm taking these sessions and imparting this to educators and students, not just in India. Why I said remote area, not just in students. Let's just move across this remote area. Now this is another point. When the chat is being distracted, you have to tell them to come in the main point. So let's just leave the remote area and let's just come to the e-learning, what we are focusing upon here. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm here, when even I am sharing my own experience, I was doing all these strategies earlier also. Being in education field since 2 decades, definitely, like many of you have. Wonderful. Yes, I'll thank you, Dr. Deepak Sood. I would love to tell you that B.Ed from Kurukshetra University. So I feel proud that I chose B.Ed from Delhi University also, and then I did my B.Ed from Kurukshetra University, M.Ed from Kurukshetra University, again coming from PhD from IIT Delhi. So that just goes on and on. That just goes on and on. So moving, this is the era of e-learning, and to match steps with Gen X learning, Gen X learners. We have to be the Gen X educator ourselves. We are moving towards to be that. Now is the time we need to cover that gap of 21st skills, which is in our student and the teachers. I would love to move in the chat and see above the remote area discussion. Thank you so much, Dr. Amrita, Dr. Anand, Amrinder, Anil, Neha, HP. I would love if you can put the name. It is all in the name. The name is the music to the soul. Just remember that. And like each student, like that the felicitator take their name so that they feel belong to the classroom. Even the educator likes to know who is present in the classroom. We all are emotionally connected, aren't we? Maybe we are meeting for the first time with you, with majority of you. But, somehow there's always an emotional. We are giving this 2 hours, 120, this is like 120 minutes of our precious day to someone. I'm so thankful to each one of you. So that emotional connect should be there, that comes with the name. So that should also works for me in my online webinars. I've been taking not just in India, I've been taking again in distant places like LA, Egypt, Cairo, Tokyo. Today I have a webinar for the students of Italy, postgraduate students of Italy. speaking on the same. Education is same everywhere. What we need to know the students of Italy. For that, it is my responsibility to go and Google what is their education system, how their psychology work, to get in touch with some educators there, do my R&D there, and then probably revamp this whole presentation, add little tweaks here and there for them, for the demographics. That's why I said, when I took probably in Haryana, I have to add on this, but I was amazed with the developments that the educators were doing. Be it Delhi, be it Haryana, be it two-tier cities, three-tier cities, metropolitan cities, India, abroad, everywhere the educators are revamping themselves. The beauty of time is, to all the educators here, please listen, it is very important what I'm going to say here. The beauty of this time is, it is one word, one community. Whatever tough times we are facing today, and so we all are gearing up for this together. Information. We have so much educators contributing at this hour, and we can gain knowledge. So the three questions I asked, moving ahead in the track. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, so sorry. Somehow, when we are taking the Zoom sessions, when we are taking the online, we are taking WebEx, any session, what happens is, it is very, very natural to go off the track with the conversation in the chat. And when we have more participants, so we need to see how we need to come back, how much time we are spending on the slide. Yes, sometimes we can carry away if we feel that the participants are getting benefit from our conversation. But we need to focus upon what we visualized before us. What I visualized before this session, do you want to know? Let's move ahead, I'll tell you. So, three working questions. Do you want to improve? You said yes. So there are many people who said improve. Thanks. Neha, Anil, Arminder, Dr. G. Anand, Saratha, Amrita, Ashraf, Richa, Pulina, HP, Anil, Piyush, who said improve. Wonderful. Then I said, do you want the teaching to be impacted? Thank you, Krishnan. Dr. Wonderful. Dr. Badar, who said all of three. Dr. Selva, all of three, Dr. Radhana, many of them who said a teaching impact. Wonderful. Menaz, wonderful, very good. Then I said, do you want to access your student performance also side by side? That's entirely working on the LAS strategy. Learners' attitude skills. We want technology, we want student performance, and we want to increase our teaching impact. That's the whole crux of today's session. Amazing. Thanks, Aruna. Amrita, Anissa, Meenakshi, Deepthi, Deepika, R. Satya, Priyanka, Vinaika, Valan. Amazing. Who want to upgrade the technology? I'm sure I must have left. I'm sure I'm reading randomly, though I'm making sure I'm reading, but I might have. So definitely you are understanding, but there are students who are not that understanding. So we need to say each of the names also and get that EQ there, impact. Emotional impact. So thank you so much, Pushpanjali, Seema, Somalia, Vinaika, DM. Let's move on. I am so amazed with the participants and the kind of enthusiasm you're showing here. I am sure the result you are getting from this FDP will be massive. Moving ahead, the whole thing is done for enhancing our proficiency. We want things. We want student outcomes, we want technology, we want our proficiency. And for that, we need overall achievement and holistic well-being of the student. For someone who asked me holistic well-being, we'll be covering it in the QA. Moving ahead, I want to know again to you. You all have told me many challenges. You all have told me many of the tools and techniques we have been using. We have talked a lot today. I want to know, what are the next generation learning challenges? I mean, what do you think the student also is learning? When in the market, just take an example, when in a market, I'm launching a product, I am always thinking from the customer point of view. What is his requirement? I'm not just thinking, I have made this, I have to just give this product in market. Similarly, in education, our responsibility is so high that whatever lesson plan we are giving to the students, we need to focus upon the enrichment, engagement. We need to focus upon our preparation time. We need to focus upon the task given to the student. We need to focus upon many things. We need to focus upon that students these days are not getting that university environment. They are also working in a environment where is a lot of distraction. We have to focus upon our abilities also, how much time I'm giving to my profession. There's so many challenges we need to focus from teachers' point of view, from students' point of view, from management point of view, who is arranging all this for us. There's lot much backing, in providing education today. Are you getting me? So challenges that the students are also facing. Let's think from that point of view. That's will be an educator, which will help you improve your own proficiency. Like if I was daily task, we can see how we cannot. If the students are attracted from outside forces, we can see how I can make my student involved in my session. It is, yeah, very good, wonderful. People have already started commenting. Amazing. I just love that. So preparation time needs to be increased for enrichment of content, and good engagement must be included in operational time. Thank you, Meenakshi. That's wonderful. So the time we have according to time. So the enrichment, engagement, operational, all of this. Today I feel I can thesis or a paper on this. The kind of information we and you all are sharing. This will be a history in FDP. So thanks, Astra Gaur. At times, how to stop getting distracted from the comments which are off topic. So amazing. And sometimes, not just this, I'm not talking about this. There will be students in your lesson plan, like every type of student. Those who will do consciously some of the comment to might disturb you. Many of you must have faced this. If yes, you can contribute. So you have to sort it out yourself. How to sort out, I will tell you. Dr. Arati, yes, we can easily get distracted. No one tells student how to focus. We need to incorporate yoga and spirituality with education. I just love this, and we'll be covering to this. I'll request Dr. Vishal Jain to arrange another session to cover all of this holistic development. This is close to my heart, and I've taken the session now in IIT Lucknow. IIM's Lucknow, sorry, for this holistic development. So I would love definitely to cover this also. Let's move ahead and see what all we have covered. Just a sec. So yes. Okay, yeah. So let me just read. Wonderful. Wow, these are amazing challenges. Yes, so we'll be covering holistic education. Then Dr. Amrita, students from remote areas are missing a lot. Yes. So now we know what is remote area. We'll not deep into this word. So where technology is still a taboo, where internet connection is a taboo, we're talking about those also. So definitely we need to think upon them. We need to have bonding with students. Dr. R. Satya, that is wonderful. I would love if we can, interact in QA session. I would love to take this holistic education, bonding with students. This is very close to my heart. And ma'am, we have a 2G speed, and under this, students get frustrated. Very rightly, Dr. Badar. I would love to know how, from where all of you are, but probably later. Francis says, yeah, students from remote areas are missing a lot. Yes. Screen time exposure have to be kept in control. But ahead. So yes, there are pros and cons. No matter how good we are in technology, there are pros and cons. We all say that there are दो पहलू होते हैं coin के. There are two sides of a coin. So the pros and cons will always be there. Not just now. It is from age old. That is what my future generation have told me. Whatever we introduce, whatever is launched, there are pros and cons every time. So in today's world, we have to see how to put a tap on technology too. And with due respect to how I am only telling you how to incorporate, but we need to make sure the students know, because definitely, as I have done PhD in psychology, I will tell you that there is impact. The screen time we educators and students are exposing ourselves to screen these days. This definitely affect our IQ level. We'll talk about it later. So definitely we have to do that. Very right, very good point raised here. So Thanks, Piyush. Thanks, Dr. R. Satya, for such wonderful contribution. Ma'am, yeah, for large number of students in line, how we can make our student connected with us in the session. So we will be giving you live example here, Neelam. We have a large students, participants, and we'll see how we do it. And no one-on-one communication like in usual classroom. Yes, no one-on-one, but we'll make sure we do that all. That's why we tell people to be on videos. That's why we tell the body language to be there. That's why we tell the pre-task to be done, so that we can have one-on-one communication. We knows the people who are answering fast. Definitely, they have done their pre-task. The people who are answering, definitely they're engaging. You don't have to do a wake-up call for them. Ki, please write in chat. Please write in chat. I'm amazed by the people here because everybody is enthusiastic here, but we don't get that enthusiastic students there. So to infuse enthusiasm in my students, I need to add odals of enthusiasm in myself, double dose of energy in myself. I'll be very true. So moving ahead, definitely we'll take in QA how we can have one-on-one communication, how we can address one-on-many. Please note all of this for the question. Maintaining close rapport with the student as always, and try to resolving their problems. We can definitely do that. I will be telling you all that. It is with the digital media coming in, we can surely do all of this. For live classes, as time is bounded, it becomes difficult to answer the doubts. Very rightly put together. Priyanka, Arvind Kumar, amazing. That is amazing. We'll be covering this. Audio, am I clear, guys? Very interactive session. Thanks, Dr. Vishal. Yes, thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. So impact on health of NGL. Yeah, we'll be covering all this. Wonderful. So moving ahead. Again, see, I'm investing a lot of time in the chart here because I know these all are the contributors and every point here is from the people who have researched. Yes, we have to acknowledge the chart. But at the same time, we need to know how to bifurcate my own time as an educator, because there is a certain commitment I have, and I've kept my learners and participants in focus when I was making this presentation. So I'm giving you the illustration from their point of view. Hope I'm not rushing to the things. There'll be much. We'll be covering it later. And I feel there is much I want to cover. Rather, I want to cover the major crux of this. So we have done it all. What is the main challenge? Done it. You have already done it. So I'll say there's no ifs and buts now. This is the time when we are accepting it and embracing the new change, the new norm. There's no just blame game, excuses, if and buts. If we are educator, we are committed to improve. So how to raise up to these challenges will determine your success. The future of work are here. The future is here. We talk about Gen Next. We have to be Gen Next educator first to educate Gen X students. So let's just see how we can determine our own success before analyzing and assessing our students. So there are many challenges I've tried to put up. So believe me, I have not made this. I have not made this slide while seeing your chat, but I feel we have a telepathy as educator. So yes, the challenges that we have all mentioned, that equity and accessibility to technology. We have to see the time bifurcated in technology. We have to see how people are accessible. The remote alien here. How many people are accessible to technology? What we can do for them. We need to require self-discipline, which is very important. Before we manage the discipline of our students who are in the session, we need to be self-disciplined ourselves. We need to, we have to see that whatever we teach is not just best for all the learners. That is the challenge that many of us are facing today. As an educator, it is a responsibility to see that whatever we are doing, we need to have visualization also and differentiation, as we have covered earlier. Yes, we have don't have that classroom engagement like we used to have earlier. The fact is that too much computer and screen is somehow affecting your cognitive ability. Lack of support at home. This is a major issue. We are having all the support. But be it student and educators, there are many who have started with their offices and all. The lockdown is no more a lockdown. Rather, people are managing every. This is the most crucial time. And all these challenges we have just so that, we can know much. The computer literacy. Yes, being, well versed with the technology and IT, which is very important. We've already covered it. So these are the challenges broadly that we covered it. And moving ahead, as you said, time is the constraint in e-learning. I've just put this across for everyone so that, this is what even I face being an educator. What picture you see is me taking TTPs and FTPs earlier in the physical setup. So believe me, that time we used to have time that we might extend a little and all, but now there is a session. We need to cover that session, lesson plan in that session. And then we have schedule our day accordingly. Today also, the whole fact that the FDP is arranged so beautifully, we get time for everything. Our virtual breaks, our tea breaks, our lunch breaks, again the session. So we need to manage everything at the back of the mind. Being a woman, being a mother, I need to manage my home. I need to be as in a profession. So I have to make sure that in 2 hours I give value to my session also. Similarly, be it men or women, with due respect to everyone here, we are managing much. So time is a constraint. And in today's world, in work from home scenario, please, these are the things that I follow. This is nothing a man. Definitely what you do, you can mention. Do set your rules and expectations of sessions so that people know what you're expecting out of them. We need to do asking students in advance for ideas and suggestions about their expectations. So about what are we imparting next. Ensure participation in the given time. There's a time given to answer to a chat or a particular question. If that chat answer is coming after 10 minutes, it is not your obligation to read it. We need to respect your time. So I'm going to say from your class point of view, with due respect to everyone, we need to ensure participation in given time. We need to ensure the learner's time coming in the session, logging in the session. As we never used to, we used to avoid, and there used to be some rules for the latecomers. The same way it should be in the online setup. The same applies for the educators as well as the learners. We need to plan for inclusion, and we need anxiety levels. So it's very handy when I make a PPT for myself and, in this setup. Earlier, I never used to make so much PPT. Confession. I used to be hands-on learner. It was my experience which used to speak. I used to go prepare for my lessons and just used to deliver. It used to be wow. But now it is double the effort. Trust me. It has to be a PPT. It doesn't have to be a PPT. Coordination with the management for the pre-task and the post-task. It has to be everything. Then, as some of the challenge, someone put that how to connect afterwards also for repo building. I'm always present in all my social media media channels now. I was never a WhatsApp person. Used to access WhatsApp only thrice break dinner. Only after that, just for 5 minutes window. Because my work. Now also I am respecting my work. Still, my whole work has come down to WhatsApp and social media portals. My website is flooded with the request of the webinars. If I don't answer, who will? So yes, that has increased. So we need to reduce our own anxiety. So trust me, many of the educators are facing it. We need to have the clarity again. We need to have the time to communicate when your students can communicate to you, when your participants can communicate to you. You need to open the windows yourself for your family, for your students. They're separate windows which they have to respect. And believe me, they will respect over time. They will all do when you're clear in your communication. We need to give them weekly as well as monthly tasks. Every task we used to do in classroom, maybe we don't do in university. But whatever task we used to do, maybe it's not possible. And we cannot be hard as an educator to the student, to a teacher. I say student because frankly, for me, everyone is a student, whoever, be it a kid, teen, youth, educator. So with due respect to everyone present here, We need to, make that action plans, weekly action plans, monthly action plans. We need to take the leverage if they've not done for a day. That we need to be a little more compassionate as an educator. So that holistic education will come there. I will love to tell much upon it. And definitely we used to use technology as a tool of exponential learning. This Google Sheets, this Google form is so much helping. Passing a feedback form after the session is so good. Last time I remember, I have circulated the feedback form also here in the WhatsApp group. And this time I didn't remember. Believe me, I remembered reading this point because there were a number of things to be done. But I'm sure you will be giving the feedback in the WhatsApp group. So what I'm making sure here is that, see, we are not machine. However, we implement technology, also human being. So we will commit mistakes. We will learn every day. That will be the norm. We need to respect our time. I go back to the previous slide again. We need to respect our time. So whatever we are doing here, please set the rules for the sessions. And then we're asking the students, we're ensuring the participation, we're planning for inclusion, we're reducing our own anxiety levels, we're clear in communication, we're giving the weekly and monthly tasks, and we're using the technology, which I started over. This all technology is started over to make blended learning a unique learning concept. The teachers have to come out as a torch bearers in today's world. The word is the time for us to thrive, not just survive. Trust me, there is shoulders now more than ever before. The students who cannot come the times to come when they'll be back in the university setup, school setup. So the responsibility on the management, on the college, on the educators is so more now. Let us put ourselves forward, but with more enthusiasm, with more energy. And I can only fill with that cup when my cup is filled. Do you know the theory of emotional cup? There's so much which is coming from within. The theory of emotional cup, I'll spend 30 seconds there. When your cup, whatever your cup is filled with, you will give that. So if I am filled with that, I will pass that anxiety to my students. If I feel the time is not there, I've not covered, I'm passing to my students. If I am filled with, I'm sorted, I'm filled with joy, enthusiasm, I'm filled with knowledge, I will pass the same on the other hand. So that emotional cup has to be filled by you. To manage all the technology, you'll be able to manage all the time, you'll be able to manage the student performance, you'll be able to manage your performance. And believe me, there is universe, this guiding force who is above us. I believe in spirituality and holistic education a lot. So this is managing all for us. So just do your bit. The rest is managed. We just have to take that one. As Dr. Martin Luther says, just take the first step. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Make the lesson plan, make the pre-task, make the post-task. Your job is done. But just make sure you give it beforehand. So we've done much today and there's much to do. The knowledge is just something, it's like a reservoir of knowledge, the well of knowledge. The more we seek, the more we want to learn. So it is up to us how we squeeze the lemon. You know, how we squeeze the lemon, how a housewife squeeze a lemon these days, all the more to take out the juice. That's the way the students want to do with educator. That's the way the educator should do themselves from the knowledge world. So today we covered much. Today we have covered much. We learned to count your thinking time. We have thought about possible responses to change. We've been introduced to new norms. I'm just confirming everything. There's much ahead. I would love to know the QA session time too. Being provided with examples how to achieve them. The real examples, when you introduce your students with your own thing and when you make them believe I'm sailing in the same boat, we are facing the same things, they will be more comfortable. Reevaluating the 5E instruction model that we have already done. Please put in the chat right away. I would love to know if you remember that the 5E strategy that I given. Going to the back slide, I'll be definitely waiting in the content for that 5 E's to remember. and practiced technology. We covered upon the all 5 instruction model we have done for technology, for student performance, and for increasing my teaching impact. So we need to master the critical thinking and reflected on your own experiential learning. So all of this we covered very well today. And I'll just say successful people have a one-word life plan. What you see here, and this was the time when I was, it was not this era. It was not social distancing. If I remember, this was 2019 beginning. So I was searching this picture right away for this presentation. Successful people have a one-word proof. So this particular session was in Ludhiana when I was supposed to travel and I couldn't travel because of my health reasons. And I was so happy to take this session office cocoon from the office of my own education institution, and we just took a phenomenal session. What you see there was a picture sent to me from there. Everything. I had student interaction, I had the honor, I had gratitude, I had questions, quizzes, and trust me, that was not just my first session. It was maybe one of many of the webinars, but I never thought of it will come that way. So today I thought I would have already be ahead of time. When today I know that this is the only way of doing it. If I don't do it, काम नहीं चलेगा. अगर आज भी technology करती है, मेरा काम नहीं चलेगा. So this is kind of a adapt now. But if I think these all things were happening before, how many of you before were using Skype? Maybe many few, but how many? If yes, do that. And let us know how many of you were actually learning, not just for giving to your students. Of course, we have university setups and all. How many of you were learning from outside trainers, facilitators outside in the country or whatever? How many of you thought of that for our own children? So this was already the norm. But jab tak kehte hain na sirf, and it is not just for our students, for my children, for the whole student community I address. It is for us also. For me, I have a confession. I never knew when it was lockdown, and believe me, I had the seminars lined up with all the universities, all the MOAs signed up with Amity, Wigan, and so many. Earlier it was Shiv Nada University, IITs, IIMs, to name a few, Chandigarh University, everyone out there. Not even one session cancelled. Rather, my session multiplied. I never had time to breathe within my session. I was taking 5 webinars in a day. Rather that the screen time effect happened to me. And then I thought, okay, let's limit to two webinars a day. But I was loving it. I was loving from my bedroom study to my laptop and traveling across to Chandigarh, to Paris, to Sheen, to Haryana, to Delhi, everywhere in one day, which was not physically possible. So for me, this whole thing is a blessing. I never wanted in this form. But I am a positive soul who take this as a signal. And we all educators have to. There's no option out. Successful one-word life plan, improve. If we want to improve, we would. And we would enhance ourselves. So I guess the whole benefits for everyone, all the felicitators for today's session, for teachers should be this. And if it is yes, if any of the I could add value, you can definitely type in the chat. I feel they should feel from within everyone. Today should feel that I am a professional educator. I am a professional educator. I have to felicitate e-learning. I make a difference. I have to satisfy. And not just this is something within. So if you see again, just give. Yeah. Yes. Then again, Let's just see if we are really feeling that, yes, I am satisfied with the learning today. I'm satisfied with the outcome today. I am a professional. I am doing e-learning. I will make a difference. I will upgrade myself. And surely I must congratulate each one right there that you are the next generation educator. You are the next generation teacher. I have personally seen the quality of felicitators coming here and sharing immense knowledge on cyber citizenship, digital literacy, open education resources, hybrid learning, advanced network, assessment practices, changing role of teachers and learner, the R&D, the globalized learning, the internet capable mobile technologies for learning. We all know it. We never knew we could have learned it. So I must congratulate to everyone out there. So while my topic was, you are the next generation teacher who will enable the learner Gen Next. So the benefits that your learner should feel at the end of your session, that yes, I am competent, I am fine, I will do the task which is given in this. I will be the part of this new e-community. I want to learn. There should be a new urge to learn in the students. They should move out of your session, of your webinar with this feeling. We need to make sure what are the benefits of this session as a felicitator and what benefits I give away to the students. Only then the whole crux of today's session is fruitful. Students, all the students of all you felicitators are benefited from you. So I am open. I'll definitely say this next generation teacher, next generation learner is all about collaboration, all about transformation. And for this, I know the management has come out to be the next generation classrooms. The fact that we are talking today, they have felicitated the classrooms to be the classroom. This is the live example of everything that we have done today. Collaborative learning, the whole class learning, the STEM approach, everything we are doing today for the whole motive of the students and the improved student outcomes. That is only the winning situation for any, for me, for you, for each one out there. So thank you so much. I'll say this is one slide I put, this works for me. I'm sharing everything that works for me with you. This is what I give to my students. At the end of each webinar I do, I give them the action plan. So this I give to my students. I do it personally for myself. I give to my students also, so that they list their goals, they list their tasks, they break their goals into weekly tasks, what they have to do. They break how they can, have success, whom, what time frame, and what resources they have. The next tabular column, it would be whom to contact for these resources. So when you will enable your student to be so independent, your job will be easy. You will yourself feel that the student are feeling all of a sudden, they're giving that footage to the educator, they're giving the due respect, they're analyzing that our, educator, mentor is putting so much effort with us, so we should also do it. What we give is that we get. That's a golden rule of karma. So this slide I'll be giving later for everyone. This is huge, will take time. Now we move to the QA. So definitely systems are changing. We need to design for equity. This is the whole crux. Take another time. With the time paucity, which will move ahead. We need to revamp our curriculum. We need to build our community. We need to revamp assessment. Everything we have been doing. And we've done all. Yes, professional learning, technology. This is too much as an educator that we need to do all of this. I'll be giving this slide to Dr. Vishal Jain, everyone, so that we can put that on our bulletin board where we can see and we can redesign, revamp our strategy. The whole point of arranging all the session today is to you go out with new action plan, new strategy for your students and to revamp. So over for QA, and you can all connect me always. Over to you, Dr. Vishal. And hope if that helps, we definitely can give one takeaway of the session in the chat so that we know where we are coming from.
It was a very wonderful session as always, Dr. Nancy ma'am. And I request participants, you can unmute your mic and discuss the things that can also be possible.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And I feel gratitude to all the participants here and the management who gave me chance to come here. Thank you so much. I am, there's a wonderful testimony I'll say. Wow, this is amazing. Informative and excellent session. I just love that, Dr. Sunita. There's a lot of planning that we have to do before any session. And that was the crux of entire thing. Thank you very much for all these responses. Questions, I'm willing to do that. I love the way you are giving responses. In the meantime, you're writing, I'll take two so that we, yeah, and I'll be.
For any query or discussion, you can please unmute your mic and ask the question or write in the chat window.
Yes.
You will get the best answer of your query.
This is incredible. Piyush, Niprita, wonderful. Thanks for such amazing response. So inspiring, so motivating. We all needing. Yeah, so thanks, Jyoti. The emotional cup was the point I love today. Yeah. So we have another presentation lined up for you for the emotional cup. You surely tell management to arrange all for you. There's so much we can learn from each other.
Dr. Sukhwinder sir, would you like to share something? As I am seeing in the chat window, many participants have enjoyed the session.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Sir, would you like to share something?
I'm just. I will admit here that I am on a COVID-19 duty also, but still have registered for this refresher course, and I've seen wonderful presentations, wonderful sessions till date. And Dr. Nancy Juneja, she has explained all the things very, very well, and I have gone through all those things, remembering all those things I've learned till date, and revised those things again. And I would love to see again some more sessions from her, so that we will be remaining motivated enough to perform. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Dr. Anna Saab, Gatge sir, would you like to share something? Sir, your mic is mute.
Very nice lecture, sir. Madam has explained very, very nicely. So actually, we are not aware of this much regarding the technology. We'll take this help and do better.
Thank you so much. Gratitude for everyone who's sharing it. Thank you, sir.
I would like to confirm you, ma'am, that we have a multidisciplinary faculties over here. Last time we had only IT faculties. Today we have a IT management, applied science, and from all the states of all over India. That is the beauty of this event program.
Incredible, sir. You're doing amazing. It's lovely to have such a heterogeneous.
It's all due to our director, sir, Professor M.N. sir, because behind all these events, he is playing a very important role.
I'm sure.
And he is a great motivator for all of us for conducting such type of activities.
Entirely, sir.
Dr. Amrinder, ma'am, would you like to share something? Your mic is unmute. Dr. Amrinder? We can take a one question from Dr. R. Satya. How does cooperative
Hello.
learning contribute towards? Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Hanji sir. I just actually say, ma'am, presentation is wonderful.
G.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We learned lot of
Sponsor.
presentation.
Thank you so much. It was just a humble effort, you know, the educators and the challenges even I am facing these days. We are all sailing in the same boat, and I'm glad that each one we added to value with each other.
But to dated and we people enjoy that a lot.
Thank you so much. A humble request to everyone, to Dr. Vishal Jain, to each and everyone. Somehow maybe I was concentrating on the presentation and the chat. I'm not able to see the faces of the people who have attended me. I'm gratitude to everyone out there. So if we all can on our videos for the next moment, and we can take probably a picture right there, because for me, my work motivates me. It is for me, my participants motivate me. So I'll definitely put that on my visualization for the next time. So I'll request
Yes.
you all if you can come on the
Yes, we
video.
can do. Ma'am, just close your sharing so that you can see the screen of all the participants. Please stop
Sure,
sharing.
I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that.
Mr. Jain sir, it is a very nice explanation.
Thank you, Valan sir.
Thank you, sir.
I request you to all the participants, please on your screen so that we can take a one group photograph. And it will be memories for all of us that we attended a one session at Bharati Vidyapeeth Institute of Computer Applications and Management. And Uttam sir, can you please take the group photograph? Can you please confirm, are you there? Uttam sir, I request to all participants, please on your screen.
Yes, sir, I am taking photographs.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So I guess we need to tell everyone, I am pleased to see you all. Gratitude to each one out there that, I could contribute here. We would love to hear from you. And thanks to the management, the entire management, it takes a lot of effort to put such an incredible program like this. Thanks to Dr. Vishal Jain, thanks to entire management, India Mentor, Dr. Gaurav Arora, and entire management of Bharatiya Vidyapeeth who's made this possible. Thanks to each participants, I just learned from Dr. Vishal Jain from different paths and different modalities altogether. Thank you so much. We'll definitely cross path again when the good times are there. But surely, whatever time is there is good. Let's make the most of it. We are the educators. We are here to spread love, light to everyone, especially to our students who need us all the more. So now the time that let's have a Kodak moment and smile so that sirs can take a picture. I would love to have this picture too, sir. So I'll request you to share with me too.
Yes, sir. Vaishnav, I will share with you.
So remember one word. I'll again say the thought. You smile and the word smiles with you. So please smile so that the students smile with you.
Uttam sir, done?